soaped up all the decks all around. All the boats been cleaned and scrubbed.
It was absolutely amazing. Like the hot water was so nice, so warm.
Hey, you're not eating that one. Alright, so we're just leaving the first harbour here in Dominica we've come into, called Portsmouth, I believe, and it's on the northwestern corner. And it's a great little spot, good little stop in. Check-in was quite easy, no problems at all. We just found that for us in particular, doing a tour for an entire day, they're trying to charge us $300 US, which is just stupidity in our minds. And car hire was $66 US without insurance. So we figure it's an hour and a half car ride from here down to the waterfalls and stuff. So we're going to sail down 10 miles today, 10 miles tomorrow, and see what we can find. We've got a beautiful breeze on. Captain Alen's got us absolutely on the money today. We're doing 5 knots. 5 knots in 13. And we're just cruising around the corner now. Should be beautiful. There's been a whole heap of splashing. Rozzie's grabbed out his heavier gear. Looks like a river to sea dumbbell popper on there. We're sailing at about 6 knots, so it's quite hard. You only get about a half a cast worth of good action on it before it starts dragging it, but there was a lot of bait getting eaten right as we were coming through. We got lures out the back. There's not much better place in the world to be doing it. Casting at mountains. And here's a bit of a fishing guru. He's a fish attracting machine, this guy. So far, he's caught, shot a nice mutney. So the wind is playing the game finally. We're sitting on 6.6 and it's blowing 12. It's exactly what we enjoy the most, is no motors and we're just cruising with the wind. We had a dive yesterday. We didn't see a lot of fish in the water. I jumped in straight away, had a mutton snapper come and have a look, and didn't have my gun loader or anything, and we jumped in and flashed around a couple of times and he was out of there. Some small mackerel came in, had a look at us. Roscoe went out a bit deeper in the 20 plus club and saw a nice mutney, but just haven't had the lot of fish around to do that. So today we're going to try and find an anchorage with not many people on it and hopefully have some more fish. Well, there's certainly less people at this anchorage. The only problem, it's more than 300 metres deep. So we have no choice but to take a mooring ball and join a local on a tour around the island. This decision is much cheaper, as it's only $20 US per person and worth every cent.
How deep is it? Hell deep. I did. I hit the bottom. You did? You went up to the aircraft. Yeah. It isn't time to cry. We traveled all around the world to see the meaning of our lives. I watch you coming through the door. You fill the room with joy. So right here is where they filmed a couple of scenes from Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, and they had 3 weeks to do it. And they had to set up the scene here where the arrows were shot down here, and they had to drill in lighting and camera into the walls, and that's why it's the way it is, so you can actually see it. And this is where the arrows came from up here, shooting down here.
Yeah.
Very cool. So the guide was just telling us that he used to drive Johnny Depp and that up here for the day. They would sleep the whole way in the car and then literally just wake them up. They'd come into the movie set, do the scene, and then go straight back to the car and go to sleep. So
It's a bit chilled, it's alright.
pretty cold water, but super nice.
Oh, there is a crab, a river.
Really nice. Out into the rainforest. What do you reckon, Roscoe?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Twin Peaks, mummy and puppy.
Bit of jungle.
Beautiful.
It's like, the water is like 37 degrees, 39 I would say. It's
hot.
super warm.
Fogging up my tummy. Too hot.
It was absolutely amazing. Like the hot water is so nice, so warm, and it's like unbelievable. The hot water comes from the volcano. Like the volcano heat up the water, and the water came out here. Warm.
Not a bad spot, eh?
I say, do you know what it means to be free? Have you?
Alright, we are leaving the beautiful Dominica and we are going to Martinique. So we will keep you in touch. We have like the full sail on. We still keep waiting the engine cool down and we're gonna turn them off.
Nobody dreams anymore. I said nobody dreams anymore. Nobody dreams anymore. Would you take a look around and see the beauty of this world? The pain, the heartache, we're all longing for something more. Yeah, that's something more.
Here's Big Abe's, just troll past the fad, hooked up on a monster.
We veered off course by half a mile. We saw a fat in the distance. And I reckon I've hooked the smallest fish in the sea here, but it's better than catching nothing, which we've been doing, so. You ate it well, look at that. What a beauty. Oh, we're in about 600 meters here, and we're seeing these dolphins absolutely everywhere. They're jumping out of the water, they're playing around. We're just off Martinique. We're not sure what they're doing, but there's plenty of them. I mean, we're hoping that there's some tuna around.
Is dolphin eat tuna?
So dolphins do eat tuna. Yeah, we're not quite going fast enough for them to sit in our wake, but
I think we can go a little bit faster for them. So
there's absolutely no breeze at all. Nothing whatsoever to speak of. So we've got our motors on once again. So this sailing in the Caribbean is super interesting because they say there's easterly trade winds everywhere, but I guess it's the lee of the islands that give that misconception of no wind. Who knows?
The next island on the journey south is Martinique. With a population of 400,000, Martinique is the main island of the French Antilles, and it's a popular destination for cruisers to manage repairs and fill the stores. The western coast offers many safe anchorages among some of the most scenic beaches along the Caribbean chain.
Carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight. I can smell the shore.
We're here in the marina in Martinique in the south, and we've just rolled into this marine store. It's got absolutely everything, every type of rubber on the shelf, spear guns galore. The shelves are so well stocked, super clean. They've got like a dive section on one corner, and then rows and rows and rows of every single colour, size, shape. Heaps of billfish lures. Big Roski's just checking out the secret barra lures in here that he can try and beat my 1.32 m. No, just jokes, 13 centimetres more like it. But the lady said there's heaps of fish here, so obviously they've got all the stuff to buy it, and that's why it is so well equipped. There's a lot of fish here, so we may even stay another day and go tarpon fishing this afternoon. That sounds like an idea. We'll see. Alright, we've just had a whole baguette each, pretty much. And first things first, we're going to go fishing. We've just been told in the fishing shop here there is tarpon everywhere. When I say everywhere, there's definitely one or two here. They were saying soft plastics. We've got our leader. We've got a box here. It's got all sorts of stick baits, poppers, all its bits and pieces. We've got the heavy gear here. Rossi's running as in a 50-pound outfit. Yep. 50-pounder. I'm running a 20-pounder. Pretty much going to get smoked by anything that eats. The guy in the shop was really nice, spoke good English, and he recommended these power baits here with a go. And obviously he gave us a heap of info, so we felt obliged to buy some, so we did. That's how it works in these parts of the world. So he said be careful. You may or may not hook a donkey. Apart from that, let's go do it.
Can't even move.
We're a little bit full. We just ate enough for 4 days. Alright, let's take you fishing. We've been fishing for about an hour. No tarpon yet. Plenty of barracuda. Got a little mutton snapper as well, which is quite cool.
Nice little mutton snapper for Big Abel on the stick bait.
Hey, you're not eating that one.
Ooh.
That's how we do it here. Catch and release. Alright. Fresh out of the oven. They're actually warm in my hands. I've already started munching on one of them. This is our last French stop for the road. We're heading down to St. Lucia today. In about 10 minutes we're going to go pull the hook up. We've got 8 baguettes, so we're going to drop a couple off at our friend's Calypso we're meeting up with tonight for dinner. And I reckon we're going to have 1 each for lunch. They're pretty big, so that leaves us with 3 for tomorrow, and we can heat them back up in the oven and just pig out for a couple of days. That's the plan. Last ones.
Awesome.
Well, we haven't managed to show you guys a lot of Martinique. We've only been here 2 days, and we're making as much ground sort of south as we can as the season closes. We want to make sure that we're fairly way south in case an early hurricane happens. And we want to check out the Grenadines and spend some time down there and hopefully do some diving and fishing and whatnot. It looks really really peaceful, less populated, so this is a sweet little island here off the mainland. Captain Roscoe getting a suntan, and we've just been washing all the decks, trying to get them all clean, using some wash. I'm going to go through and polish all our cabinets as well. We've got about a 3-hour steam into the wind, got some marine polish, and going to go around and do it all again. It's just a day-to-day job that's got to be done. We decided we're going to tow the dinghy around here. We probably shouldn't have, that was my mistake. So she's giving us a little bit of grief at the back there, but it's not too bad.
But unfortunately, we don't really have a choice. We're dead into the wind once again, as you can hear now. Our destination is just in here, a place called St. Anne's, and it's about 8.5 miles from where we are, but there must be a current or a tide. There's an 18 knot breeze on our nose and a 2.5 to 3 foot seas pushing us backwards, which is just quite frustrating and doing our heads in. I think we're doing 3 knots, which it's not any fault of anything. We're going to take the props off and clean them and give the bottom a bit of a clean when we get there today as a result, but it's not just that, it's the undercurrents and the tide and stuff pushing us back. So unfortunately we're not the only boat here having this drama. There's quite a few behind us as well. We've got a bit of a rain shower here. So just before the rain came, I was scrubbing all the decks with all the soapy water because we knew this was coming. Gives us a nice clean. We had to scrub our solar panels because they were getting dirty. So now they're nice and clean, and we've soaked up all the decks all around. All the boats being cleaned and scrubbed, and now the rainwater's basically coming through and washing it all off. So we're having a beautiful clean boat, all the fishing gear's out, we're going to get everything nice and clean. It's the best water you can get.
Join us next week as the winds are strong and we rip on down south towards the Grenadines. And of course, it doesn't last long before more drama strikes. The hard drive is totally cooked.
For more exclusive episodes, head over to patreon.com and search Taking the Chance.